Hi everybody. So today's module. So in this module we discuss what are the adjuncts to library catalog. So there are different types of registers are also available in the library. So we need to discuss or we need to know what are the various registers which are similar or identical things to catalog. Okay. So let us discuss. So yeah, adjuncts means it's similar or identical things. So it is the meaning of, it shows the meaning of similar or identical things. And in the context of cataloging, those records and tools, they are known as adjuncts of library catalog, which may be consulted or used to supplement the information provided by catalog. So we are discussing in the context of cataloging in the library. These records and tools are known as similar or identical things of library catalog. The users are also consulted these records and are also used to supplement the information provided by a catalog. So let us know what are the adjuncts in a library. So accession register, shelf list, index, bibliography, they are treated as adjuncts to library catalog. So to some extent, these records are identical or similar tools to library catalog, but we need to remember that their functions are quite different as that of library catalog. Though they are appeared as identical or similar to library catalog, but their functions, so the functions performed by accession register and as well as the shelf list and bibliography, they are some quite different as that of library catalog. So in this slide, so library catalog versus accession register. So what is an accession register and what are the functions of accession register? Let us discuss. So accession register is a record of the volumes added to a library in the order in which they are received. So accession number is nothing but it's a record of the volumes which are these volumes which are added to a library in the order in which they are received. The volumes are the records in the added to library in this order in which they are received. So accession register is to maintain these volumes in the register. So some of the columns of accession register are, so what are the important columns in accession register? We need to provide various columns in the accession registers. So what are the important? Some of the important columns in the accession register are, they are date, accession number, author, title, publisher, year of publication, pages, sources, price, cost and volume, call number, withdrawal number and remarks, etc. So the important columns the librarian has to produce in the accession register are, they are these following: date, accession number, author, as well as all these are known as the bibliographical details of a book. And the some of the important functions of the accession register are, so this is a register, accession register, uh, which needs to provide or perform some functions. So what are the important functions of accession register in a library? So let us discuss the next slide. So the first important function of library accession register is to furnish complete record on each item added to the library collection, which can be consulted when the item itself is not available. So the basic function of accession register is to provide complete record of each item. So here records means here the books. Here the details of a book. It produce complete record on each item. So these items which are added to the library collection day by day, the items are as well as the documents or books are uh, the books are added to the library collection. So the important function of accession register is to provide the complete record of each item, and these which can be consulted when the item itself is not available. So if documents or books, if the books are not available on the shelves, because it has to be it has to be issued to some others. Okay, it has to be issued to some other persons. So in those cases, library books are not available on the shelf or as well as racks. So in that purpose, the library user can consult this accession register if the item or books are not available on the racks. And to maintain, and the next function is to maintain a chronological record of the library's growth. So here serial number, accession register means serial number of the documents. So the another important function of accession register is it's to maintain it should be maintained a chronological record of the library's growth, day by day collection, from the years to years collection. It should be maintained. That's why it should, the important function is to maintain a chronological record of the library's growth. And the next one is to provide a direct method for tabulating growth, statistics, drafting annual report, etc. One of the most important functions of accession register are it's provide a direct method for tabulating growth as well as statistics, drafting annual report, etc. And it gives information about the book, so whether the particular book is available in the library or withdrawn. So it also details, it also gives or provides the complete information about the book for a user. So these are the important functions of accession register. And next important register in the catalog in the library is, that is a shelf list. So what is a shelf list? Shelf list is a record of the books in a library arranged in the order in which they stand on the shelves. So it is also, the shelf list is also, it's a record of the books. It provides records of the books in a library. So in these books, library, the books are arranged in the order in which they stand on the shelves. In a particular shelf or shelves, the order of a book is revealed by this shelf list. So each title is represented by a card giving the author, title, edition, number of volumes, if any, and number of copies if more than one, and call number and such other items as the library seems necessary. So this title is represented. The shelf list is also represented by a card giving the author, title, edition, number of volumes. So all complete bibliographical details of book we can see in the library shelf list. And the call number arranges the cards in the shelf list in the same way as it arranges the books on the shelves. So here the collection of the in the call number, as you know that the call number has three parts: class number, book number, and collection number. So this call number, it arranges the cards in the shelf list in the same way as it arranges the books on the shelves. So the books which are on the shelves in the same order, the call number also arranges the cards in the shelf list in the same way. So this is about shelf list. And in the beginning, the catalogs were compiled with the register purpose, but now this function is shifted to shelf list as well as and catalog. It's left free to develop on its all possible approaches. So in the beginning, the catalogs, the main function of catalog is only to provide information in the for the register purpose also. The catalogs were compiled only with the purpose of register purpose only, but now the function is shifted to that compiling of information in the registered purpose is shifted to shelf list. So now the shelf list is compiling the information, and the catalog is left free to develop on all its possible approaches. So there are mainly three different approaches of the users: subject, author, and title. So the basic purpose of catalog is to serve or to satisfy the all possible approaches of the user, and the shelf list is here only compiling the information. And next one, however, shelf list serves the purpose of classified catalog. It can reveal the total books on the specific subject, and it fails to give information as other approaches are concerned. So shelf list also it serves the purpose of the classified catalog, which is produced by Dr. S. R. Ranganathan. So it can reveal the total books on the specific subject. Shelf list reveal the or find out the total books which are available on a particular subject. On a specific particular subject, how many total number of volumes or books are available. So this information should be revealed by the shelf list. And if it fails to give information as we can approaches or other approaches are concerned. And while catalog is used by the readers, staff list is used only by the library staff. So the catalog, the most important thing or the most important distinction feature between catalog as well as shelf list and other adjuncts are: the catalog is only we are or the librarians are compiling the catalog only for the users. So users should consult the catalog. Catalog is used by only the readers, as well as the staff list is only used only by the library staff. Staff list and at the same time accession registers are also only used by the library staff, whereas the catalog is used by the readers. So next record is bibliography. The catalog versus bibliography. What is this bibliography? It is a list of books, manuscripts, articles, illustrations, etc. with the required bibliographical details. So these are compiled on lines similar to a catalog and is limited in its scope to either an author or a particular subject, but is not confined to a particular collection. There are different types of bibliographies like author and subject title bibliographies. So this bibliography is also a list of books which produce books as well as other articles, illustrations, and manuscripts are also. So, but it is compiled on the lines similar to library catalog, but it is limited in its scope to either an author or a particular subject. So the scope of the bibliography here is limited only to either an author or on a particular subject, and but is not confined to a particular collection. So the particular collection should not be revealed by the bibliography. Only author as well as the particular subject details are provided in the bibliography. And the its main purpose is usually to bring to the notice of readers an exhaustive or select list of documents which are relevant to the pursuit of his inquiry or study. So the important purpose of bibliography is to bring to the notice of the readers. So to readers what for what? An exhaustive or select list of documents. The list of documents which are available in a library, which should be bring notice to the it should be bring to the notice of the readers. So these documents relevant to the pursuit of his inquiry or study. So this is the basic or important function of a bibliography. And though both catalog and bibliography, they are basically lists and their entries are arranged in definite order, but the scope of catalog is limited to a particular collection. So catalog as well as the bibliography, they are producing lists, and their entries are also arranged in definite order, but here we need to remember is the scope of catalog is limited to a particular collection in a library, or particular collection of a library. So bibliography serves as adjunct to catalog by providing additional information about a book. So, and as such, catalog and bibliography are not identical, though the distinction between the two is very narrow. So here, catalog as well as bibliography, they are not identical, though the distinction between the two is very narrow. The, the difference between catalog as well as bibliography, if we can see that it's very narrow or it is very limited, but they are not identical, they are separate. So this is about adjuncts to library catalog. So in this module, we discussed what are the various important adjuncts to library catalog. There are accession registers, bibliographies, and shelf list. These registers are also maintained in the library. They are adjuncts to library. In library catalog, they are very similar or identical things, but their functions are very different. Their functions are very different. So this module is about adjuncts to library catalog. So thank you for watching the video.